Hey you guys, what's happening? Jacqueline Jax here from AVA Live Radio. So, okay, take the glasses off so you don't have this big old glare from my glasses. So, okay, I got a lot of questions from you and I've got a lot of answers for you too. On YouTube today, I am live streaming and I'm going to be here discussing a 3-month plan with you for building your music career. And then I'm going to show up so that I can help walk you through that plan and keep walking you through that plan. So for those of you over here on Facebook, go on over to AVA Live Radio on YouTube because that's where I'm live streaming right this minute. And we're going to get this done. We are going to help you build a music career from your house. That's right, from your house, you guys. It's going to be awesome. All right, so let's finish up here at Facebook and they're going to come on over here eventually. All right, so guys, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really nice to have you here because, you know, I understand your pain. I totally get it. I really do. I understand what it's like to be a musician, to be a creative. I understand what it's like to be in a position where you're worried, you know? I mean, they are all over the news. And I'm even on the news because we're doing live streaming about the coronavirus and all of the updates and stuff on AVA Live Radio. So, of course, we're talking a lot about what's going on, what's going down, what you can expect. Now, the virus is terrible for some people and not so bad for others. But what it is it's in order to get ahead of it, everybody is going to stop doing gigs and they're just not going to be out and about, right? They're going to disperse crowds. So as a musician, it leaves you thinking, oh my God, this is my livelihood, maybe even your regular day job too, if you're just getting started, that may be, you know, being tossed to the wind. Hopefully wherever you are in the world, depending on your situation, maybe your government is going to help subsidize you, maybe lay off some of the payments. And I know in different countries, the US are talking about giving the citizens some money. I know in Canada, they're talking about giving the citizens some money. So I don't know what your financial situation really is. So I can't solve that problem necessarily right away, but I can tell you what you should be doing in the next 3 months to build an online music career with this moment in time. I can also tell you how to make money with your music. And I think that that is something that I have seen very few people do. In fact, I was just doing some research for the Daily Jacks, and that is the radio show I do every morning at 6 a.m. And it talks a lot about music and the business of music and what's happening out there, you know? And like today, we were talking to an artist about what was going on in his side of the country, like what's happening, how is coronavirus affecting him. And so far I've done several of those shows this week and it's all about the same thing. There's no more gigs. They want you to stay in. As a musician, that's like death to your career. You know, you just launched an album, everything and all of your plans are being canceled. So what do you do now? That's what we're going to talk about here. So if I were just getting started, now there's going to be some of you who are going to have fan bases already that are listening to this, and there's going to be some of you who don't have any fan bases or haven't been in touch with them. Maybe the algorithm at one time showed your post to them, but now you don't really see much of anybody and you haven't kept up with it. Either way, what I'm going to tell you to do is going to work for you. And I'm going to give you some points of reference so that you can foresee how to adjust your plan depending on what you're going through. Now we're going to try and do this in a relatively short period of time. So it's going to require some additional streams, and I want you guys, if you have questions, to leave your questions below on this video so that I can address the questions in the next video. And I think it's going to be really important for us to do it that way because you're going to have all kinds of questions depending on you. Now, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to stop worrying because it's going to be okay. Life will get back to normal. This is a kind of a temporary situation. They don't know true how long it'll take, but it could take maybe a month, maybe 3 months. I don't know. But the important thing to realize is whatever, it's like water and rocks. The water at first hits the rocks, and at first the water doesn't know which way to go, but water is fluid, and it goes around and it finds its road eventually. Whenever there's a barrier, water goes around or it goes under or it goes over, but it eventually finds its stream. You can too. This is exactly what entrepreneurs know that a lot of people who haven't been able to establish their own business or build anything don't realize. The mindset that it takes to be able to get from point A to point B is that you have to be water. You have to be fluid. You have to keep the momentum going, knowing and believing in yourself that you can do it. That is going to be probably the basic and fundamental difference between you making it and your brother or sister not making it. You know what I mean? Or the artists that say, I can't do this. Nobody can do this. Nobody's making money. I just did some more research today for an upcoming broadcast that's going to come out this week. And it's on how artists have already made the adjustment and how they're making money. Now, I just saw, just today alone, thousands and thousands of dollars going into artists' pockets from doing these things in like less than a month. So that when this all started, they hit the online sites, they started building their platform out, they started figuring out what they wanted to do and how they wanted to make money, and bam, they have already collected thousands of dollars. So you're kind of behind that already. You know what I mean? So the proof is in the pudding. It's already happening. So you can't even say to me at this point, as far as expectations, that it can't be done. So don't even go there or stop watching the video if that's how you feel. If you believe me and you know that I'm speaking the truth and you say, Jax, you never lied to me before. I know that you know what you're talking about. I know that if you're here spending your free time doing this and wanting to share this information with me, that it is something I can trust. It's a trusted source. And yes, it is, because I have to do this research and I want you guys to have the information. So first, listen to me in the mornings or whenever you want to pick up the podcast at AVA Live Radio, because that's where I'm giving daily information and news about what's happening in our music world right now. I have been, and I'm going to continue to do it. Here right now, what you can do to get through this is you can start live streaming. I want you to pick Instagram, YouTube if you have enough subscribers, wherever you have subscribers. And I want you to go there at least once a day or once to each platform. So say today you're going to go to Instagram, you're going to live stream there at the best time. So look at your insights and see when people are online. Maybe it's 8 a.m., maybe it's 6 p.m., maybe it's 7 p.m., whatever it is. Go there and start live streaming regularly. So if you're going to break it up between multiple platforms, then if we're going down that road, you're going to live stream one each day of the week, and then you're going to flip them, right? So Instagram maybe Monday and Wednesday, maybe Facebook Tuesday and Thursday, maybe Friday, you do YouTube, you know, whatever it is, but you're going to live stream. And what are you going to live stream? Well, you're going to entertain them like you usually do at a gig for free. And you're like, how's that going to make me money? Well, let me just tell you, if you don't have any fans, then you've got to get fans. Live streaming is going to help you do that. And how do you get those streams out there? Well, first you show up. Secondly, you start interacting with people on those social media pages. And thirdly, you get our help. You go to AVA Live Radio and you say, hey, I started a live stream. Let's go look at it and see if we can share it to our pages and help you out a little bit. Then you go to avalive.radio.info/airplay and you submit your music and you tell us in that submission, I started to live stream today. Here's the link to the platform where I'm live streaming so we can go see it, because we will certainly help you either way. Then hopefully you can work with our marketing team moving forward. But either way, for free, you're going to get some help from AVA Live Radio during this time. You're going to get at least a share on that live stream to multiple Facebook pages, to multiple Instagram pages, wherever it is we can share it. And if you're live streaming on YouTube, we'll share it to Twitter, which is a great place to share YouTube videos. Number 2. Now, you're going to live stream. What are you going to do on live streams? You're going to entertain people. You're not going to worry about who shows up to the live stream. You're going to have an idea in mind and you're going to put it in motion, ignoring the fact that people are there or not there. because the rules and the laws of attraction apply to live streams. What happens is people don't show up until they do, but people will see the live streams. So even if 10 people see your live stream after you shut it down, if you created a great live stream that was entertaining and they sit through the whole thing, then their friends will see it too. If they shut it down in the first few seconds because you're just sitting there like waiting for somebody to come along, then of course nobody's going to see it because nothing really happened and it wasn't worthy of anybody's time. So if you get on a live stream and you chat or you talk or you sing and you perform and you do it as if you had an audience of 1,500, then let me tell you something. You will eventually gather an audience. You have to do it though for at least a month. And that's the thing that happens is a lot of people don't show up. They don't keep doing it. Now, the second thing you need to realize is the expectation level. So now, a lot of times on these things, artists will show up and they'll start doing something. But after a week, it doesn't quite meet their expectations because their expectations are so high, thinking, well, there's millions of people on this social platform. I'm sure I'm going to get millions of people showing up for me tonight. But they simply just don't see it. They're probably not even getting the notifications. So in order for the platform to agree to show you, you're probably going to have to do this on a regular basis. And you're going to have to listen to some advice that we have for you in sharing tactics. And that is something we will certainly give you for free when you submit your music to AVA Live Radio. So let me give you that address again. That's avaliveradio.info/airplay. We will tell you what you need to do to share these things so that you can start gaining more traction for free on social media, depending on what social page you're using. Now, the next thing. So the expectations are, right? If you don't have a fan base, of course nobody's going to show up. If you do have a fan base, but you haven't shown up for them in a while, probably nobody's going to show up. But if you start advertising on your social media pages and to everyone, one-to-one that you speak to, everyone that sends you a message, everyone that has commented on your stuff in the last year, go back to all the other posts and tell people one-on-one that you're going to be live streaming because all of your gigs have been canceled from coronavirus and you're going to show up on this page at this time every single day to talk about music, to sing your songs, to take requests, all that stuff, right? Then people will start queuing in, they'll start remembering. And why would they remember you over everyone else? Because probably no one else has sent them a message like that. Probably the only people they're seeing live streaming right now are more popular artists that have been doing it for a long time. But why wouldn't they show up for you? Because if they know you and they've commented on your music before, then you've already got a little line into that person. You've already got some kind of connection or relationship with that person. They might not be a super fan yet. They might not be willing to contribute yet, but you're not asking for anything yet. You're still just telling them about your live stream. You're going to put it in a banner across the page. You're going to make banners about it, put it out across all social media. You're going to put it in your newsletter if you even have one. You're going to put it on your website. You're going to one-to-one include it in every conversation that you have until you see those streams start to pick up. And when people show up for you, you need to show up for them. You don't just get on the live stream and then that's it. You acknowledge people coming into that live stream. You say hello to them. You answer questions in between songs. You interact. You don't act like they're not there. You're an entertainer. You're there to converse with whoever wants to converse with you, right? This is one of the key fundamentals to doing well in entertaining a crowd. And typically people will do it on stage. They won't ignore the crowd's there. If somebody is sitting right in front of them and they say, hey, play this song, you're like, yeah, thanks for that request. Cool. All right, I'm going to play it soon, or I'm going to play it third song in, or whatever, right? But you're going to answer them. You have to do that on live streams as well. And in between the songs, I suggest that you stop so that if people are interacting with you and they start sending you messages during that like couple minutes break, you can answer the messages. Now you're going to want to have like a little set list by you so you don't lose track, because as things speed up, here's how it's going to go. You're going to get on, You're going to start chatting and talking about your week or your day or just talking about a funny story. People are going to show up. They're going to start writing you messages. You're going to start answering those messages, full well knowing that soon, about a minute in, 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, you're going to start singing. I want you to get to the first song as soon as possible, but don't ignore the first responder. So the first few people that come in, you do want to acknowledge them and you want to tell them what you're doing here, but don't leave it so long that the replay takes forever to get to the first song. Take a break in between the first and second song, greet people again and say hi and answer some questions. Then do the second song. So this way you're kind of building something that's interesting for the live stream, but also interesting for the replay. And that's really, really important because you want to have both of those bases covered as you're getting started, and even if you have a very, very active live stream. I know because I did this. I got people to over 1 million on Periscope, and this is exactly how I did it. I just showed up every day without fail, and I gave them great information, or I sang, or whatever we did together. We just did it together, and it was so much fun. I had the best time. I'm sure that after coronavirus, I am going to end up with another live stream that I'm going to be stuck in for a long, long time because I like it. I like doing live streams. They're really fun. I just haven't taken the time out to do them in a while, but this is a great, great moment to be able to teach you something and also to be able to help you get your career moving forward. And I think right now, I have a feeling that people who used to shut me down about live streaming and used to shut me down about investing time in your fan base online, I think you guys are going to be a little more open and receptive to doing it now. So I figured I'm not falling on deaf ears. We may as well come on and have this conversation. All right, so what's next? So now you're going to pick a stream. You're going to try out, you can even try out different pages. You can go to Instagram and do it. Go have some fun on Facebook. Go have some fun on YouTube. I highly recommend you try to boost your YouTube channel because it's searchable. And I think long term, you could show up on all these other places. Like I really love Instagram and I really love Facebook for different reasons. And I haven't put much love into YouTube because this is not my business. But if I were a musician, I would be investing a level of music time on YouTube because long term, this is the bigger goal. Short term, Facebook's going to be great for sales. You know what I mean? But long term, the videos last longer, they're searchable. And once you build an audience on YouTube, it structurally stays more sound. And I think as you get doing this, you'll understand what I mean by that. Now, the next thing, how are you going to get tips and ask people for money? You're not right away, unless you have super fans. If you have super fans, you can send your super fans an email and tell them that you are, hey, how are you doing? You can tell them that you are going through financial difficulty and you're trying to fund your album, you're trying to keep going, you're trying to stay in the music business. So you're going to contribute your music to this platform every single day, and you would appreciate them using your paypal.me to donate money. And for the donations, you can either set up a crowdfund page and have like tiers where they get access to other videos if you really want to sink some time in and do some really cool music videos. If you want to release the music and you haven't released it yet, bring it to AVA Live Radio, let us advertise it for you, and send everybody to your crowdfunding page so that they can go get it. I mean, that's really cool. You'll get some new fans that way, you'll get some super fans that way, and you'll be able to test out your audience through these funding platforms. The simplest way to do it, though, is simply to go to PayPal, get a paypal.me link, and then just leave it open to contributions. And that way, every single time you live stream on any of these platforms, you can just leave the link in the description box. And that makes it so easy no matter when people are online, you know? Things you can do for people too, like you can sell the album, you can deliver it, you can say, hey, in 3 months, the album's gonna be ready. If you donate, if you donate $1, I so appreciate it. If you donate $12 or $15 or $20, you're gonna be sent the album when it's done. If you donate $10, we'll send you all the downloads and a personal thank you. You know, all these little things really do matter. I had a girl that I was working with that used to do Periscope like crazy. She started there. And she used to sing out to basically nobody was watching her, right? But she would go different places and she would sing. She would then eventually sing from her home, from her bedroom. And she showed up so much that she built an incredibly powerful audience, an audience that shared her videos and they actually directed people to go and contribute. They were in the chat telling other people to give money to that artist to support her. And they were really helping her do the sales. She was selling t-shirts that she was wearing. She was selling albums. She was selling like 3 albums for a certain price, a package deal. There was so much live streaming was going on. They were getting donations. If she needed something, she would say, like, I broke my speaker, or I'm trying to get my guitar restrung and stuff. And they would contribute, and it was really fun to watch her stream. It was. And there was a whole community going on in the chat just because she had spent that many months. Now, how long did it take? It took a little bit. Now, this girl was, at that time, it was like 2006. So live streaming was new, and there was a lot of people on it. But there are still so many people showing up if you show up. So you will see, trust me, you will see, as you get better, you build a little set behind you, you have some really good audio, you get your phone going, and just sing to them and talk to them. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get, the more at ease you get, the more people that will show up and share for you. And they'll start caring about what you're doing because they'll see you emotionally invested and they'll enjoy the music. And if you care about your audience, I promise you they will give back. Now, proof in the pudding, right? I'm actually releasing a show coming up this week about people who are funding themselves, who are doing so well doing this online, and how they're doing it. You can watch, you can go read their websites, see how they're asking for money, see the conversations they're having, all that kind of good stuff. Now on this channel, I will definitely give you guys more tips as we go through. But for now, the first thing that you could do, the first step you can take is to live stream or create at least more videos. So if you're really scared about live streaming and you really want to, maybe you don't have the technology, maybe you don't have a good internet stream or a good internet connection, then you could pre-record the live stream, but build it for the audience. Build it so that they really can get a chance to love it and understand you and see you. And even if in your mind you're imagining talking to an audience when you do this, get into that mindset, because this is now going to be the training for the rest of your music career, because things like this you need to prepare for. But in these moments in time when things are uncertain and things are scary, you need to be water. You need to keep that flow going, and you need to make sure that you never lose momentum. You don't just sit back, you get better. You improve your singing skills. You improve your musicianship. You improve your learning. You get on YouTube and use any extra time that you have when you're not gigging to learn how to do what you do better, and get on these live streams and one-to-one guerrilla marketing. Get in it with these people, because there's a lot of people online. AVA Live Radio has seen a tremendous amount of streams right now. We have artists getting 50,000 streams on Spotify, 100,000 streams on Spotify, and reaching these milestones just by listening to the music right on the station, because we have a clickable link that goes from AVA Live Radio over to Spotify. So if somebody likes your song, they can just go and click and replay it. And we're seeing people just click on over and support the artist in a wonderful, wonderful way. So once again, the link to submit your music is avaliveradio.info/airplay, avaliveradio.info/airplay. If you are live streaming, we will share it for free. Just leave it in the notes when you submit your music. Let me know so we can come and check you out and support you. Aside from that, you want to start working with our marketing team and getting your music on the station so we can help you. You are not alone in this. This is something that I will show up for you, and I will be here to tell you how to do it, because it's exciting. It's such an exciting time. I love it when this stuff comes around. I mean, this is the bonus for all the hardship. This is the time when we get to really be excited about our futures as musicians and as entertainers, because this is a moment when everybody's going to hit social media because they're bored. So you need to be there. All right, that's enough said. That's my 20 minutes in for the day. I'm going to go and see what you guys are up to out there on social media. Jacqueline Jacks for AVA Live Radio. Go listen to the program. I love you guys. Stay healthy, be careful, and don't give up on your music. This is your moment. We don't have too many of these moments. This is a good time to get started. Bye, guys. See you later.